You know, it might be because I am getting a little older, but I find I just don't like sitting on the ground anymore. If I can avoid it, I will do so at all costs. I have a hammock chair, some folding chairs, you know, anything to get me up off the ground. It's just uncomfortable down there. I seem to mind it a lot more than I used to. So when Crazy Creek offered to send me one of their Hex 2 stadium style chairs, I accept it. If you're interested in hearing my thoughts on this product, keep watching. Now, before we get started, I do want to thank Crazy Creek for sending out the Hex 2 chair so that I could share it with you. In fact, they offered to send this chair out, but that only came after I had reached out to them and asked if they'd be interested in sending me one of their small folding tables, which I've also reviewed on this channel just recently. So I took a look at these and, you know, I had to give it a little bit of thought, honestly, before I accept it, because I've had stadium chairs in the past and mixed reviews on them. They're not uncomfortable. They're great things to have. They're originally designed to be used in stadiums, hence the name, so you can sit more comfortably with your back supported and your bottom with a little bit of comfort underneath you and some additional warmth. But it wasn't anything that I would consider carrying in the woods. So as I looked at this chair, I realized they've taken an old concept and updated it and made it modern, more lightweight, more comfortable. And it's something that can be carried with you. And that's the reason I accept it. All right, so what I thought I would do is I'll quickly give you some views of this chair, go over its specifications, and then I'll set it up, as easy as that is, and sit in it so you can see what it looks like. All right, so I do have a cheat sheet here with all the specifications and key features for the Hex 2 LongBack version of the Crazy Creek chair. So I'll go through a few of them, but I'll put everything else, of course, in the video description if you want to see that as a reference. Let's just go over a few of the key features. So one of the things I really like about this is the fact that you can roll it up into a tube like this. Now I could probably get this a little bit more compact. The company states about 4-inch tube. I think I've got it at about 5 inches right now, so I could get it a little bit more compact. There is a retention strap to keep it closed. So the way I have been packing this is on the bottom of one backpack where I have straps there. Another one, I've been putting it on the top where I have straps there. You could strap that vertically to your pack if you don't have straps that can put it top or bottom, or you like to carry things on the side. So yeah, it gives you some options the way that it can be carried. It's light-ish, 25.5 ounces. Certainly not an ultralight chair by any means, but what you get for your weight certainly rationalizes the weight that you have to carry with you. So let's just open up the chair, undo it, fold it out. You know, it looks like a basic stadium chair, like many of them do, but it's so much different, at least to the old one that I had. It has foam, closed cell foam. I think it's 8mm thick closed cell foam throughout. It's kind of honeycombed. The foam is all the way through there. Heavy duty nylon. Again, I'll put all the specifics in the video description. Fiberglass rods running down the back and across the seat to give it some structure and rigidity. On the sides are nylon straps that are adjustable with these side release buckles. I don't know if these are Fastex, but there are side release buckles on the side. I'll give you a few measurements. Now, you can do a few things with this chair, so that's where these measurements come in. You can use it in chair mode, which is the way I use it most often. You can leave it folded up like this and use it for kneeling on or just straight sitting on without the chair back. You can also undo this, the side straps, the side buckles, and stretch it out. A little cold fingers here, let's see, there we go. Stretch it out to its full length, and it's a 17.5 inches wide. This is not quite enough for me to lay on, but you know, it covers the essentials. This will cover me from shoulder to hip pretty much. So if I did get stuck out here and I wanted something to lay on the ground to keep me a little warm, a little bit more comfortable and dry, which is all important as well, then this would provide it. By the way, there are two other versions of the Hex chair. There is a regular version that has a shorter back up here, and there is an extended version that has a longer seat that you can fold in on itself, so you get more comfort in the seat. And when you fold that out, you do have something that's long enough to sleep on. I don't think this would provide enough comfort to me for sleeping on other than in an emergency. But what it would do is if I have an air mattress, I would definitely put this underneath the air mattress. A little bit more warmth from underneath and protection for the air mattress as well. So, all right, I'll put the rest of the specifications in the video description. I'm going to assemble the chair now, and I'm sitting on a log bench, and it's probably the best place for me to be able to show you how this chair works. So we'll just put that right here. Sit down on the chair. So on a bench, on a rock, on a stump, on the ground, that's all you do. Now I can sit back, lean back, my back is supported. I can get a little further into the back of this. Oh, that's even better, like that. And it curves around my back just a little bit, so it feels supportive and hugging, if you will. I think it's rated for 250 pounds of weight, which is, you know, I don't think anybody's going to have an issue with that. That's going to cover most people. 17.5 inches wide. That'll also cover most people. May not cover everybody, so it's good to take a look at those specs. If I feel it's leaning back too far, I can just pull on these straps and shorten it up, and my back comes up a little bit straighter. But what a difference it makes sitting out here just even today. One of the things that I took note of is I normally bring my hammock chair with me, and of course to use a hammock chair you either string it between two trees and sit in it that way, or the way I like to do is I use a bipod, lean it against a tree and sit in it vertically. It's comfortable, there's no question about that, but it has two disadvantages. One, you got to have a bipod. So if you're going to a place where you don't have a couple of sticks all ready to use, you got to create a bipod. And the other thing is, they're cold. In the wintertime, there's no insulation. It's just, you get that same frozen butt syndrome that you would in a hammock. The back of your back and your butt and the bottom of your legs can get cold in that. And then you have to put something in there, like a wool blanket or whatever, to stay warm. This would go in one of those just perfectly and do all the warmth. I'm sitting here and I can feel the warmth of sitting in the foam of this chair even as I do so now. It's just quite comfortable. A little bit bulkier to carry with me, and a little bit heavier than a lot heavier than the hammock chair is, but a lot more comfort, especially for this time of the year. Yeah, I like this. So in fact, I think what I'll do now is we're going to wrap this video up. I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee and just sit back and enjoy the time I have out here in the woods. Yeah, just still sitting in this Hex 2 LongBack chair, enjoying myself. Yeah, there's not a lot more to say about the Hex 2. It's a very comfortable chair. It is nothing like the stadium chairs of old, like I had one, like a lot of people have had. This will still work if you want to take this with you to the stadium to sit down and enjoy a game or concerts or whatever other outdoor events where, it's less than usually very comfortable to sit for long periods of time. This will certainly do. Actually, it would probably do better than the old ones for that purpose because it's easier to transport and lighter weight. It works very well for what I'm doing out here. I can see, people who like to hunt and fish taking this with them. Nice chair. Okay, I'll put all the specifications and the links to where you can take another look at this in the video description. If you have any comments or questions, put those in the comments section below. But until next time, get out and explore and take that path less traveled because it will make all the difference. Bye for now.